aggressive. They lost out the pistols in round number 30 to deny overtime. But Complexity can play this map. But we certainly know that Vitality can as well.
Oh, no question about it. Oh my god, that's an early little bit of a damage there. I mean, it might have dinked him slightly through the wall, but Flames down to 52 health. And we'll see how this plays out. Complexity going to be starting on the T side with Vitality on the CT side. And all they have at the moment is Magus who's playing around at the B bomb side. And the way that he's playing this, he's looking for one headshot and then for the retake 4 and 5.
It will have to be the retake. He has no utility playing coffins, just looking for a couple of one-taps here. If one of them connects, great. Ideally, though, just try and delay the bomb as much as he possibly can. So there are the shots. Nothing quite connects. This is looking very good for Complexity.
He went back and picked up the dualies? He
Yes,
threw away
right.
the USP to pick up. I'm so confused.
Yeah,
Why didn't he have the dualies to begin with? He just wanted them for the early shots. They're going to try and run him down. It would have been so sick if he would have got a triple kill with the dualies just because they're not expecting it. But, oh my god,
he juggled those over. But either way, this round is actually looking quite good. Some way, somehow, it will be Vitality coming out on top there. It was looking like they were done for. After losing the first frag, the bomb was planted. You would think there would be no chance of a clean retake, but Vitality don't really give up anything at all. It's only Magus that goes down in the end, and you're right. So did he juggle over the USP and the Julies to enable him there?
He does.
That's kind of a wild idea.
It's actually, I mean, it had absolutely zero effect on the round, but I just
No,
found
but
so
it's
funny.
certainly
Like,
an interesting point. But the bomb was planted. Complexity, open B bomb site. You would think they get a bit more out of that, but they will be forcing up in the second here. Galils and Deagles, not going for rifles across the board. Want to have a bit of utility to work with here in Apex. Speculative shots down towards T steps. A nice grenade to follow things up as well. Grenade connects. Bullets did not. Takes Grim down to 80 points of health here. Second round well underway. And we've got all 5 players for the North American squad heading towards B here. They've got 2 smokes. They'll be going in the likely positions of coffins and CT spawn. No Molotov. Yes, there is. Floppy's got a Molotov for new boxes or first oranges, whichever way they're inclined. But the CTs ready with a flash in hand. Flames with the MP9 at the back. Apex in spawn with the M4. Here comes the commitment.
Yeah, no real hesitation. Grim on the opening. It's a really good shot, but Flames is at the back. That MP9, you said it's the best gun pound for pound in the game, and he's doing great work. Just dancing around, hoping to buy some time. The rotation's very late, but the grenade is deep, and it'll land on Floppy. So, whole second Elysian left here. 2 versus 3. Interesting to see how this will play out. It really was Elysian and Holzerk that were sort of playing duo together on a lot of the maps that we saw from Complexity last time, and it worked really well.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Bit of a partnership forming there, perhaps, but they're going to have to dig extra deep here to stand a chance in the 3 versus 2. 30 seconds, of course, no bomb down just yet. An awkward plan if you're going behind the fountain here. Leeds needs to find some sort of positional control. Also looking towards spawn. There's 2 CTs in ruins here. So they'll go for the default plan, but 14 seconds here. Need to get it down right now.
It's not that far away. Spinks is almost showing up. Sure, they get the bomb plant down, but Vitality just a very good, and I think this is the kind of call you would expect out of a team of this kind of veterancy. You want to see them not try and fight that 2v3 until they really have to. It's just much better to do it the way that they did.
Complexity there. Once again, it was looking good. They get the first kill in the form of Apex, but it's Flames mowing them down.
Yes.
Like, really excellent work with that MP9. A lot of damage output. He got a big grenade off as well. He did about 80 damage on 2 of them with the grenade while trying to fight for survival. Apex can't believe it as they're off to an absolute flyer once again. And with that bomb planted and a few kills found, they are going to try their luck once more, and as the Force by Wars begin right here. 5 Galils this time. Not a bad buy. Hoping they can potentially surprise the CTs. Maybe they overstep the mark with a bit too much aggression. And here comes that aggression. Pushing down towards Banana.
I wonder how long Vitality will commit to fighting Banana like this, because something that from the NIP and Complexity game, neither team really wanted to fight for Banana control on the CT side. They were really hesitant to do that. Vitality, at least so far, establishing a little bit of control here.
Certainly. And you can see they got 4 players now over towards the A side. Flames, he's still got a full array of utility, a smoke and incendiary. So he can do enough to fend them off for a rotation. So that's actually a pretty promising setup. He doesn't need the AWP. He's just jump spotting. As soon as he spots one, he'll drop the incendiary. 7 seconds then. And can drop the smoke on top. They won't be pushing through it. So this is actually well thought out. A calculated stack
it's what you want to see, right? It's all the fundamentals here, but it's really good. Nice smoke to keep Spinks safe in the corner. And even if they feel like there's probably someone there, what do they do about it? They have to find a way to actually edge him out. And they only have that one Molotov. They don't have another one they can throw in there. Instead, they're going to smoke it off. Cywo's just finding every angle possible. That's a great headshot onto JT. And not actually checking it. They forget about Spinks for a minute. And that's a mistake. Floppy goes down. Shot in the back. Get a headshot onto Elige.
It couldn't have been more perfect if Vitality tried. Like, nope. Cywo got them hook, line, and sinker with the utility there. The smoke. They know there's someone there, but the fact he got the spam from Library, they get to assume that was a player that was falling back there, or at least they're going to have to take the risk. They needed to find some sort of control in the round. Going toward the arch, the smoke dissipates, and they get dropped. He was there all along. The flashbang, just to slow them down as well, was a thing of beauty. Cywo just toying with them here as he goes 5-0 and is to kick off their CT campaign. 3-0 overall. Vitality, of course, the heavy favorites, the current major champions, with an upgrade coming into the new season as well. One of the hottest properties in CSGO right now would be Flames, I would say, in terms of his contributions on the server, what he brings to the team in terms of morale and personality, his hard work. I think he's the full package.
You can't disagree with it. It's so sick, isn't it?
And he's young as well, you know?
And just the fact that Cywo's off to such a good start. Even when Cywo has slow starts, which happens very rarely, but whenever it does, I feel like whenever I sort of, if I look away from the match for like a couple of minutes and I look back and it's like, oh, he's to 20 kills anyway. No reason at all. So just having Cywo on a hot start is horrible news if you're on the complexity side of things. A lot of grenades, including the Molotov, and then finally the spam for the smoke, or right at the edge of it at any rate. Flames will be taking down JT. So Banana Control once again aggressively in control of Vitality, which is a real switch up. Again, I'm expecting Complexity to play much more passively when they were on their CT side. Flames is just, he's loving life at the moment. 3 kills on him.
And he's barely died this tournament, by the way. Like, he has just been in the zone the entire time. Like, you're right. And they've played EG. They're now playing Complexity. A team's beneath their level for sure. I think that's undeniable, but still, the way he's performed and has taken to this team like a fish to water, like, yeah, very impressive.
It's good inflection on that, Henry. They played EG.
I'm just saying, like, it's a team they're expected to win. I'm not being a knob. Just saying.
Just saying without really saying.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, you know.
But, oh, it's another, like, Complexity haven't really ecoed so far. And they've had just, Galil's, a couple of AKs every single round. This is, like, the nightmare scenario that the rounds are spiraling. You force put a couple too many times.
What's weird is it feels like once you commit to the force buying, you almost have to keep doing it. Like, because at some point it doesn't make sense to even stop, because you can kind of, you know, still do it. There's
just enough, and you know you've got a few kills, and if you can just find one of these rounds, it could be enough. But yeah, this doesn't look good. A UMP for Horzak, and yeah, he's had some good rounds with the weapon in this tournament alone.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fill you with hope if you're watching as a Complexity fan that have got Galils and a UMP and a gun rounds here against Vitality, who are looking razor sharp right now, to say the least.
They really are. Simple trick to get a bit of an advantage in that fight. Flashed into the corner, and yeah, he's happy to just jiggle away with the knife out. All he has to do again is just spot for any information. Doubling up on that quad position, in fact. 4 people there trying to walk it close. I do like this idea, but Spinks is going to be in position to spot them early on. Nice shot from Floppy. Magus down in the pit, and Elige will find a kill, but Spinks is hunting them. The dualies are coming out now, and Apex showed up just in the last second possible. Oh, it's a great crossfire for Apex on that one. That's super, super important. I do think there's a real strength if you can walk it all the way to the hay card on the T side, because that really happens sometimes, and it's not a lot of time for the CTs to get any information, but obviously the kills just at the end here going the way of Vitality.
What was really nice as well, they just had one player from the pit. He wasn't playing for a frag, he was just playing for the information, then dropping that nice door flash, and then everyone was ready to swing. They could feel the presence there, they knew they had Arch under control, and as soon as that flash is deployed, you've got 2 or 3 players swinging. You've confirmed that 3 players are there on the T side, locked them out of the utility, and they don't even get close to a plant. As they go for the B rush this time, it's a decent start in terms of damage, but they do take 2 casualties en route. Flames continues this strong performance here on the B bomb site as they find a 4-on-3 advantage. Round number 6. Complexity find themselves in another disappointing scenario. Locked out of the B bomb site, but at least finding an M4 in the hands of Grim. This time a half buy, just to know that. So maximum loss bonus, of course. Don't even need the plant at this point. They'll be getting at least $3,000 going into that next round.
And fair play in trying to get the rush to top banana. I mean, you can sometimes get a little bit lucky, especially with the Tech 9 or 2. You can win that fight, but doesn't seem like it's paying off for now. Flash to set it up. Just Apex taking a quick peek, but they've got the 2-2 split right now. So either way where Complexity are going, they're probably going to run into a little bit of trouble here.
Zywoo's and Spawn Apex towards the coffins. Zywoo's got an HE as well. Flashbang's deployed, and if Grim can find a quick kill, you never know, but he is taken down. No problem really whatsoever. It just feels like a matter of time before this one's over. We are going to see a 6-0 scoreline for Vitality. They're already on fire. As we'll see these last couple of kills come through. Magus makes light work of them. 6-0 Complexity. Like we said, maximum loss bonus. This will be their first real gun run, Anders. And that's a pretty alarming thing to say. Hasn't been many close rounds. They got the bomb down in the first couple, but remember that pistol round they had. The B rush that yielded 2 early frags, a 5-on-3, and then couldn't get going. Could be a very different game had they have converted that one. A fantastic start in that.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, let's say, make whole circ on that AWP part of the mission here, you've delayed that up to the 7th round because of the force buy, so it does come at a cost. You don't have the weapons that you really want. You're going to see Floppy. He was looking deep on that one. He wasn't ready for it, and so with the headshot. Oh my god, running wild on that side of the map. Double kill for him. And a 5 versus 3, with JT also dropping quite low over in the banana position. What do you even do? It's just Zywoo pushing up and murdering 2 people out in those T hallways, and you can't even really respond.
Yeah, it would take a wiser man than me to work that one out, I'm afraid.
He's 8-1.
Yeah, like once he gets in this sort of zone, it's very difficult to get him out of it. Like he's feeling it. Every shot's connecting, every move is perfect, every grenade seems to be massively impactful, especially the flashes. And look at this bait and switch setup as well. Even if he goes down here, I dare say he's already set up another kill because there's a player tucked in towards the cubby, but they aren't going to be falling back, actually. They're going to be going back in towards B. 40 seconds here. 2 CTs remain. They've got enough for another basic execution. We're talking about Spawn and coffins. Has to be an early kill here. Great grenade. Apex will follow it up with a kill as well. They're locked out by a very frustrating smoke. I don't think there's a chance they can even get close to this one now. They have to boost. And maybe a chance of the kill, but they looked completely locked out, Anders.
Yeah, this is so thin, isn't it? Don't think
oh my
too
God,
much.
that flash.
Just more grenades raining down. It was an HE, then a smoke and a Molotov, then a flashbang. It just keeps on going. Flames able to get the last one in there, and it's a 7-0 lead. Vitality just look rock solid at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
Look at the kills on the side of Complexity, not to rub it in too much, right? But they're starting to run into a little bit of trouble here. Overall, it's about 9 in total that they're working with over on that side.
Yeah, and even with the maximum loss bonus here, they're not getting the bomb down, Anders. So yeah. This is like half buy territory.
Yeah, they need something here. Pressure is on JT, I'm sure, to find a goal.
Well, he needs to spin some gold here, doesn't he? Because, yeah, that's what we were commending them for against NIP.
Yep.
Their T-side calls, their mid-rounding was very impressive. They had them chasing them around the map. The B splits, the banana splits were working out very nicely. Need to see some of that again. Like I said, half buy coming into round of Beret. They've got a hero AK in the hands of Grim. Might need to be a miracle AK at this stage.
Yeah, Grim was one of the players that definitely stepped it up for them. Him and Elige seem to be a powerful duo. And I mean, you know, irrespective of the calls, it would just be nice to see Complexity start around here in a 5-on-4. You know, win an opening fight, and then try and see if you can solve the puzzle from there on out. It's not going to be this round, Magisk, and then quick little trade for Cyber's even ready with the P250 if anyone wanted to come and hunt him down. Spinks on the other side on the arch position are going to be in position. Oof. We'll take one down. He hasn't died yet. He's 9-0.
The money's out of control as well. It goes without saying, of course. We've got like 16k on 2 players right now. It's getting to the point of no return. We're not there yet, but we're close. 8-0 for Vitality. Complexity again. Not even really gaining any key territory on the map. Not breaking through to a bomb site. Always on the back foot. And that Hero AK, sure, it's a nice idea, but if it doesn't work out, there'll be concessions going forward. So JT operating with the Galil this time. All for Holzerk, but as the desk pointed out, Hulzerg versus Zywoo, who's not even having to use the AWP right now. Like, he is still one of the world's best riflers, as you might consider him just to be a sniper rifle, but
sure,
he can do it all.
Yeah, he can, and they probably need something like that. They need an explosive round. Obviously, good spray through. That's nearly the opening. We saw in the previous game how much of a difference it can make to have one player. It was Nico on G2 sort of come up with a 1 versus 4. Oh my god, they just line up. How is it just... Henry, whenever I walk into the middle like that, there's never just 3 people that are lined up.
Yeah.
That just never happens.
But you're not the chosen one, Anders.
No, obviously not.
He's
not
one step ahead. He knows what his opposition are up to. Like,
I'm one of the 3 people in the mix.
That wasn't a kind of peak with looking for information. That was a peak with conviction. He knew there were 3 kills behind that as Apex looks to close things out here. Decent effort.
It's a no-scope.
Oh, you're right.
Why did he no-scope him at that range? Hulzerg's absolutely lost his mind. No-scoping and then running through the fire to get the bomb planted. Awkwardly, this is kind of one of the closer rounds that maybe Complexity could win, but he's very low.
This is actually the closest they've been to winning a round in the entire half, which is quite a sad thing to say, considering it's Hulzerg on 12 points of health in a 2 versus 1, but that's a great shot to kick things off here. Might have given himself the advantage now. Mage's coming in from Banana. Has got the flashbang, but time is running out.
Yes, he's not quite sure, Hulzerg. You can see he still thinks it might be construction, but surely he's going to start to realize now, and Magus is running out of time, trying to get there, and he'll get the shot as well. Not at all back, quickly running to get that defuse in. Without a kit, he would have lost this round, but with it, he's going to be just fine. So, yeah, that was really close.
Closer than it should have been, unfortunately. Like, yes, a decent effort, but it all started here. Oh my god, you're right. Like, to be fair, there is no real reason why everyone should be looking at that one corner. Like, it's unfortunate timing, amazing from Zywoo, but gut punch for sure. Hulzerg gets close to winning it with the 1 versus 1. Sort of round he normally thrives in, but he only had, what, 10 points of health?
For a day like this, where there's no stress, you're not worried about your team losing. You're just here to enjoy them play Counter-Strike. that's what they're doing. Spinks has died a single time. About 3 or 4 deaths on everyone else on Vitality. Yeah, they're filthy rich. They're doing so good at the moment. Round number 10. We've got some AKs back in the hands of Complexity, so...
just to note as well, I'll try and be a little bit more positive after this. This is the pick of Complexity, right?
Yes.
Map. So, yeah, just adding salt to the wound there, rubbing it in, I should say.
Now for the good news, Henry.
Oh, please, I need it.
Well, I was hoping you were going to deliver it, you know. Good news is they can at maximum lose, you know, up to 16, you know, then...
That's the IK, I guess you're right. It can't go further than that.
Yeah, there is an end. There was at one point, wasn't there, where there was a format where you actually played all 30 rounds no matter what.
Yeah, that was just before MR12. It was called, was it Rushes Only? They'll Charges Only or something?
Something like that, yeah. So it's been done in the past. Ooh, okay. Look at the rekill there. It's not bad. Hulzerg taking down flames. You like that. 4 versus 4. This is an encouraging start. This is fine if you're Complexity. There's something to work with here for JT.
It's the most compelling start they've had. Like I said, the Hulzerg clutch was the closest they've come, but this is the best early round position they've been in. Going to be walking through the smoke towards Arch here, and who's patrolling it? It's Apex with an HE, playing for information here. It's a bit more than he bargained for, drops a flashbang, and trying to deny access towards CT spawn as well. They'll have to focus their efforts towards short here. Magisk, at one point was known as the Prince of Pit.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Probably one of the best players to ever do it in this position. A little bit of a failed spray, but he does get one of the kills anyway. JT on the double, but it's Elysian back there. And now they're going to fake it. 10 seconds on the clock here. That bomb has to be planted right now. JT running out of health. He's all the way down to 4 at the moment, and I think that was the last chance right there. Even if he got the kill, he could not have planted the bomb. So, again, it's close, but just not close enough.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how close these rounds are, because 10 rounds in a row for Vitality. They've got 5 digits on, what, 2 players right now in terms of cash. Complexity, again, don't get the C4 down. Suggest a half buy going forward. This was very close. It comes down to a 1 versus 2, but JT had, what, 4 points of health, no time. So it wasn't really as close as you might think. Just because it's a 2v1, he had 0 chance of winning it at that stage. So, like I said, half buy. Tech9s across the board. Hulzerg saving for the AWP going forward. Might need it. Nothing else is working right now. And we're going to see them try and bust through the smoke towards the arch side. Could work out. Spinks will be caught with the flash in hand. Spots them though and gets away safely.
Yeah, and he gets the call. He tells them this is going to be a speedy round. Oh my god, it's impressive. Last 2 headshots, they're really good.
Yeah.
But just once you find out that a Tech-9 rush is coming, just the call goes out across the map to everyone on the team. So everyone is going to be ready. No one's going to get caught no one has a nade in hand. No one's going to get run down like that. So just getting the early information, super important. It's a flawless round. Nobody dies as they win 11 in a row.
Apex is absolutely loving it. Flames, the new boy, delivering on all fronts. Yet to make a mistake in a Vitality jersey. He absolutely demolished EG on their first day. And hasn't put a step wrong here on Inferno to open up the series against Complexity. 11-0. A reality check here for Complexity, going against one of the absolute world's best teams. And not looking too good at least. 1-11 right now. I don't think you can really blame any individuals, though, for what's happening right now.
Yeah, but this is definitely where you could be lacking maybe Complexity in the long run on sort of a playmaker, right? Like someone who is just ready to step it up. Because I think Elise is one of those mid-round, late-round players that can do a lot there. But at least in Liquid, he'd very often want somebody else to set it up. That's a friendly grenade. Not exactly ideal, but this is good. Apex going down. It's also
okay. This is the first time we've actually had an advantage. We've had good openings in terms of they had 4-on-4s, and we're like, okay, now this is better. Some retake utility going to be deployed here. It's the smoke and molly combo usually, but it's just a smoke for now. Flashbang goes over. Complexity can still give this one up. There's 2 CTs lying in wait here at the B bomb site.
They don't have any grenades in the B bomb site anymore either. They've absolutely completely dried out. Grim, nice little crouch on through. Spinks back here. They know that he's alone, but what a headshot! He's going to keep it going. Finds a third in the Liege, and it's crumbling before the eyes of Complexity. They thought they had this round, and on the meantime, Floppy's all the way on the other side, which would have been fine if they would have broken through at B, because he could have caught any rotation. But now instead, he has to try and manufacture a round for himself here. 40 seconds, and Magisk up in the graveyard. Is he going to be quick enough when Floppy peeks this corner? He will be. Great headshot.
It's such a strong position. When you can justify getting in that corner, knowing they don't have everything covered, very difficult to flush him out. Great shot there from Hulzuk. He's set up for a 2 versus 1. Couldn't deliver before. This time he's got a little bit more time, Anders. 20 seconds on the clock. No CTs around him. A compromised plan, not an ideal spot. He'll have to play heads-up Counter-Strike now. Bring this down to a 1v1 quickly, but they're encroaching on his position. He's done for.
Yeah, they're right behind him. He has no idea. Oh, he does spin around. It would have been sick if you'd have got that shot, but instead it's a quad kill for Spinks. He closes out the round, and he absolutely saved it. And that's in spite of the early shot for Hulzuk that did get them into a great position. Nothing is enough right now. 12-0. The speed running this game.
They are. The analyst did say, and quite a facetious tone to be fair to them, see you in about an hour and a half. This one should be at 2-0. I didn't think it'd be this convincing. I didn't think it'd be going down in this sort of manner. I had my suspicions of Vitality, of course, would be the winners. But you don't see many blowouts like this anymore, especially in like the modern game with the economics, the way they work, and the way you can't really have these huge leads. Usually, as soon as you drop one round, like it all can fall apart. But that's the problem, I suppose. There hasn't been a single round picked up. As we get into a buy for Complexity, they're going to be one more passive this time. Failing the boost. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good at all. And then you get a nade on your front door as well. That's going to be a kill. Oh, luckily that the second nade whistles by them, but that didn't go well whatsoever.
So we learned earlier on Vertigo, once you fail some of those boosts, you just have to pull the plug on.
After it goes wrong twice, yeah, I think that's it. That should be the rule. Like, get down at that stage. You get a bit too flustered. And what's the final call here? Like we said, the T sides have been one of the calling cards of Complexity. JT often looking so composed with the mid rounds, but no one can find the kills right now. They can't even find decent positional control. They haven't really taken mid successfully so far.
Yeah, the milestones that you want to hit, it's very, very hard for them to get all the grenades out of Vitality hands, so they've got a little bit closer here. Putting some pressure on Sideward, that's not bad. Starting to get there. Flash goes in, but no one's there to peek it on the other side. We're still at 40 seconds, so there is time. This could work for Complexity, but they just group up on top of it, and Spinks is getting the double spray down. Elige gets 1 kill in return, and he's swiftly dispatched. Spinks is a machine inside of this bomb site. Hulzuk alone trying to bring it back. He's this whole game for himself. A third one as he turns it into a 1 versus 1. and he should know where Flames is coming from. He knows where he's anchoring. Gonna fake it once, hoping for a peek, fakes it again, and every single time Flames gets a little bit closer. Flash on over, the bomb just, oh, he comes off it, and now he has to go for it, but he can't. Another clutch that he nearly works, but it's not enough. Holzerk, he's the only one that's doing anything for this team at the moment, and still, he can't win these clutches.
And it wouldn't have been anything short of magnificent if he pulled that one off. That's what is required right now to even get close to a round. A 1 versus 4. And it comes down to a single missed orb shot. He played that so well. He knows he had the potential to win that. 1 orb bullet away. And unfortunately, when they're so deep down the rabbit hole, Anders, close rounds mean nothing. They don't even get the plant there, so it's another half buy. As you go into round number 14, you're 13-0 down. I don't think it gets much worse than this. This is about as much as the barrel as you can scrape.
Spinks is 18-3 after that last round, so we're getting some ridiculous scorelines that are coming out here in general. Another really deep nade.
Oh no, it's done so much damage.
Yeah, just a nuke on top of Elise. He's had a rough game, 2 kills and a 4-on-5 here. Yeah, you're right. There's not much left at this moment. Flashed on in. A little bit excessive, perhaps, as JT was close enough to get the kill on the Flames. You like to see it. But backup is going to be coming here really, really swiftly. They picked up the AK, but it doesn't even matter. Apex, the spray, almost perfect to take down Grim and Floppy. And it's a 2 versus 4, so there should be nothing really for Vitality to throw away here. They should be just fine. Spinks continuing to hunt, and they're looking for Holzerk as well. He's down in yellow, and he's going to be found by Spinks. That's 20 kills, Henry.
Yeah, a casual 20 kills in the first half. Yeah. You don't see that too often. 20 kills is normally like the standard if you've had a good map overall. Like
sure, yes.
I get a close game, you get 20 kills. That's kind of like, that's what you're looking for across the board. The fact he's got in 14 rounds of play is unbelievable, really. Zywoo 14-4. It's just Holzerk, you're right, who's really done anything for Complexity. He's had a couple of close clutch opportunities, neither of which have been converted. So final round, they do have a buy. All about for Holzerk. They're completely flashed off. I dare say he should be dead, but another opening pick. Looking for 14-1, trying to avoid the whitewash here. Yeah,
he will be dead after the fact. Spinks finding that one with an HE. Mangus actually looking at the wrong side of the hallway here, so a bit dangerous. But Floppy does not want to continue to fight, and probably for the better here. He probably would have walked right into the spray.
Yeah, actually pretty impressive for Magus to understand the advantage. If he just held the spray down, fends him off, and they've made the right call. No one's really here towards B, just Apex, and they've got through. He had a chance to find a quick frag there, drops the incendiary instead, but it's a massive gap, Anders. Oh no. They make up for it, thankfully, as the bomb is planted. That could have been disastrous.
He could have pushed that one, I think. I don't think anyone was watching. Floppy's on the other side.
Why does it feel like he's going to wallbang him?
I had the same inkling.
I feel like he's just going to do it randomly. He's just going to pull the trigger now. He's just going to flick to his head. That's normally the Zywoo way.
Yeah, oh, he's going to check at the heart all the way up. Close, he does miss the shot. That's very uncharacteristic. And that might be the kill that actually stops this from being a 15-0 because it's a 4-3 right now. And the bomb is planted very swiftly. Good flashback.
There we go.
Out, and that's it. Floppy assisting on a couple of shots there. And it's going to be 14-1 in the opening half. Vitality, absolutely brilliant right now.
I think it started when I was around.
But I suppose at this point they've got nothing to lose. Might as well see what they can do with this pistol.
Tell you what, they got Vitality right where they want them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Full of confidence, you know, they think they've already won the match.
The last time I commentated, or at least saw a 14-1 was back at Pro League, where Vitality were down 14-1 against FaZe Clan on Anubis.
Oh, yeah.
They came back and won that game.
And even that, you could say, is a little bit of an asterisk because of how new Anubis was. So you're like, okay, like that stuff is more likely to happen.
So that's all I can give Complexity. Vitality know more than anyone. 14-1 is possible. The most dangerous scoreline in the world, some could say.
They do say that. I've heard it a lot. Well, we'll see. The pistol round is in effect. And it's Vitality playing the T side here. Grim on top of the boxes with the dualies in hand, looking for a multi-kill at least here. And he's going to get nothing for it. Floppy gets one in return, but that's all the way in the middle now. They are coming in quick with the flank through Banana, but it might be too late. The bomb is still going to get planted here. Magus looking to do some damage. Spinks is out of the round, so... Oh my god, it's the Dane instead. The last Dane remaining here on Vitality if you discount Sonic. And it's a 2-on-3.
It absolutely is. No kids to be spotted here. It's up to Elise and JT on the back foot. Very difficult position to clear out, and ahead of a player waiting for them. It's Zaiwu, who will find map points here as we go 15-1, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an absolute blowout. Against EG, similar scenes here, but they were at least getting 5 or 6 rounds. This is a rough showing, considering they sat on the T side where we said that's where they've been doing their best work. That's where their executions are spot on. Their mid-round calling is beautiful. Their flashbangs are remarkable. We haven't seen any of that. They haven't had a chance.
Nope.
As they've been absolutely mauled by Flames and Co. And we're going to have to buy this. This could be coming crashing down, and it's looking like it will. 16-1. An absolute blowout here. A blast.
It's so suffocating when even the rounds where you get it, the few rounds where you actually get the entry, where you get the 4-on-5 in your favor, is still not enough, and even it just nothing is working. So you're right, a lot of the basic stuff that we otherwise saw out of Complexity, some of the flashes, some of the good calls, like they never even got within reach of that. Nice little push down there, Release. Gonna get the one, but some random shots through the smoke, and Magus will pick up Grim to make it a 4-on-4. And Leash is very low on health here, and they're just gonna speed up. They don't really want to slow this one down. Holes, but it's with the scout, not the AWP.
Yeah, that's a rough one. That pretty much guarantees it, unless a little bit of luck comes in favor for JT. We can't find the shot. It's looking like we're all done here. The pick of Complexity has been completely taken away from them. Vitality looking to close things out. 3 versus 2. It's been the perfect run so far here at Blast. 2-0 versus EG. And in the first map against Complexity, they've locked in the scoreline of 16-1. A statement performance from one of the world's best.